duty to propose a vote of thanks to the illustrious participants, guests, lecturers. And this duty is both easy and pleasant. Pleasant because the audience understands that the session is coming to an end. And easy for me because I'm not called upon to make any profound remarks full of economic wisdom or whatever. I think it was a very interesting session, and whatever was presented by the speakers really sets the agenda for this day's conference. My only suggestion to the participant would be, apart from what has been presented here and also the wonderful papers a lot of people have subscribed to, is to not to be unduly worried about the global economic trends. You know, there were certain predictions made here, and Nostradamus, Dr. Bhattacharya, talked about textile problems, investment problems, stock options, this, that, and other. Without getting recklessly involved into this, some kind of a caution has to be played. While we cannot be completely oblivious to the changes that are taking place in the global context, there's no need to be unduly obsessed and worried about them. And I think one of the classic examples that India went through with a great elan during the 2008 banking crisis. I think our financial systems, our financial institutions, our banking systems, and I think to a very large extent the credit must go to people like Mr. Gokran and Professor Bhattacharya, who have been constantly taking a very proactive interest in terms of guiding the monetary and the financial systems of the country. I think it's very important to look at these trends that are happening, take lessons from them, but devise our own very, very Indian economic paradigm. I think that's extremely important. To some of you, it might come as a great surprise if I were to share one information with you revealed by an English economic historian. In the 14th and 15th century, India commanded 1/3 or 34% of the total global GDP. That is a tremendous achievement. Well, by the time Englishmen left this country in 47, it had plummeted down to about 2%. So the moral of the story is that we do very well when we are governed by our own rulers, and outside rulers, we tend to decline. So we need to be very, very careful about devising our own paradigm, which is really a conditioned by politics, culture, and the people. And I think the people of this country, and as we are passing through this current phase of very strong demographic dividend, of very youthful energy, I think we take the right kind of steps. I anticipate this country to go into one of the top nations of the world in the very near foreseeable future. A mention has been made about my partiality toward Bhagavad Gita. So my task would not be complete if I don't quote something from there. You see, our country is of yoga and yogis. So, and the yogi necessarily has to look inwards. You know, he strikes a balance between the external nature and the internal nature. But primarily, he leverages his own strengths by looking inwards. And I think there is an economic wisdom here. We necessarily must look inwards, look at our strengths, build up the edifice of strong infrastructure and skilled human being. And I think if we become all economic yogis, I don't see any reason why this country cannot become very strong. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yogi bhavarjuna. This is what Krishna tells Arjuna. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. At all times remain a yogi. And when you're a yogi, you are helping others, you are strong, and most important of all, which is the need of the hour today, is that you're honest. You're not corrupt. You're assisting